Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for January 29th, 2013. It's currently 8:52 a.m. and we are much warmer than what we were yesterday, and also a lot more cloudy. Well, it was cloudy yesterday. A lot more foggy, that is for sure. And no threat for ice or rain or snow or any other of that type of mess, but still it's a bit raw out there. Winds are pretty much light and variable, certainly overcast. And we still have some cold air lingering here over portions of Connecticut, where our temperatures range from the upper 20s to lower 30s. Rest of the region ranges from the mid to upper 30s, even a few lower 40s in southern New Jersey around Atlantic City. We have fog that is producing visibility anywhere from 2 to 4 miles in most locations, below a mile in a few isolated locations, like let's say right around southwestern New Jersey, and also portions of the Hudson River Valley. Otherwise, we're dealing with a rather mild, very mild morning for January. In fact, these temperatures here are pretty much where our highs should be for this time of year. So I think you can see it's going to be pretty warm over the next day and also tomorrow. Now, these temperatures are not going to move all that much for today. We're looking at anywhere from the mid 40s to lower 50s, well above normal. But the reason why we're not breaking into the 60s today is because we're not in the heart of the warm air. That is for tomorrow. I want to show you something here. This is the mid-level thermal gradient here at 850 millibars. And this setup is pretty much seen from about 850 millibars down to the surface. And what I'm trying to show you here is that our warm front is still lingering right over our region. So we're not in the warmest portion of this air. And because of the strong thermal gradient, which basically is a tight packing of the temperatures from New England down towards the southern mid-Atlantic, this orientation here with the winds moving to the west and northwest basically leads to variable cloud cover, some fog, just a kind of so-so type day. You're going to deal with some cloud cover, but no real signs of precipitation because there's really no lifting. There's nothing really moving either way. Now, this warm air is going to lift north and east as our storm in the plains lifts northeast towards the Great Lakes, and that's going to drive very warm air into the northern mid-Atlantic. In fact, our temperatures barely drop at all tonight, and then tomorrow we rebound into the mid-50s to lower 60s. Enjoy that for one day because that's all you get, and then we head right back into reality called winter, where our temperatures fall back to near normal, basically in the mid-30s to possibly a few upper 30s, and then we fall back into the upper 20s to lower 30s, possibly a few mid-30s for the weekend. So winter will return. Enjoy this one day of warmth, this one-day preview of the early spring months for tomorrow afternoon. So this is why it's pretty much all cloudy, because of this thermal gradient here. Taking a look at the radar, I kind of zoomed out here. Now, I guess this is a portion of course, the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Trust me, it's dry out here in Connecticut and Long Island as well. But I wanted to show this. This is a cold front that is going to be moving through on Thursday. And you can see already this cold front is amped up and is producing some rather impressive severe thunderstorms over portions of north central Oklahoma. This cold front, when it lifts towards our neck of the woods, is going to produce some very heavy rainfall because it's basically lifting a lot of warm, moist air, and behind it is a cold polar/Arctic air mass. So you can see the dynamics of this cold front already early in the morning with these intense thunderstorms. And I don't expect widespread severe thunderstorms, but when you consider the amount of lifting already developing here in the southern plains, and you transport that to the east, you're going to see the potential for some pretty strong wind gusts on Thursday morning with this cold front. And we could be talking about wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, very heavy rainfall. Flash flooding is going to be a problem. Thursday morning's commute is going to be ugly. Very ugly with very heavy rainfall. Taking a look at the latest infrared satellite picture, you can see our stationary front here lingering over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. This frontal boundary will lift northeast as this low pressure system lifts northeast, and that's going to basically drive very warm air. Look out for very foggy conditions tomorrow morning with visibility falling below a mile in many locations once again. But the good news is that by the afternoon, temperatures will be skyrocketing into the mid 50s to lower 60s. Would not be surprised if portions of the southern Delaware River Valley, like right around southwestern New Jersey, right around Philadelphia, ends up around 64, 65 degrees for a high. Very warm, but very short lived because then this cold front moves through late tomorrow night through Thursday morning with very, very heavy rainfall. Rainfall amounts again ranging from 1 to 3 inches, so localized flash flooding, very poor visibility, and also strong wind gusts will be a threat on Thursday morning. Just something to look forward to in the Thursday morning commute. If fog isn't your forte, then how about heavy rain? Not the best travel conditions to get into work, that is for sure. Taking a look at the latest forecast discussion, here we are from the European model guidance from the Pensa Ewald website. Now, take a look at what we have here. We have a nice southeast ridge setting up for this evening. And you can see all that warm air trying to drive north and east. Our boundary is going to be driven into New England, into northern New England, in fact, as our low pressure system lifts north and east. And here's our pesky southeast ridge, once again creating warm conditions and making many snow lovers very, very unhappy. For Wednesday, again, this is why it's going to warm up. Look at this. Very strong southwesterly wind from the Gulf of Mexico right up towards Maine. Very warm temperatures are going to be in place. So basically look for very warm conditions tomorrow. Our cold front moves through on Thursday morning. Very heavy rainfall again. Behind that cold front, cold air will drive in. So Thursday evening, you're going to see temperatures just falling throughout the day. Now, there's some ideas that perhaps you'll see a changeover to snow as the cold front exits. I don't believe so. I don't buy it. What I expect is very heavy rainfall, a sharp cutoff, and then our temperatures basically free fall through the afternoon on Thursday and into the evening as temperatures fall back towards reality once again. So with the temperatures falling off on Thursday evening, on Friday, we fall back into a rather chilly weather pattern with temperatures again in the mid-20s to lower 30s for highs, possibly a few mid-30s over the Philadelphia metro. Look out for a few scattered snow showers as well. These snow showers will basically be driven by these disturbances here. You see this kind of rotating around our polar vortex here. And this disturbance here is going to be something to keep an eye on for additional snow showers for the upcoming weekend. On Saturday, again, chilly conditions. Now you see all this moisture here in the mid-levels. This does not mean widespread snow, but it does keep us under threat for a few snow flurries and snow showers on Saturday, with temperatures again struggling in the upper 20s to mid-30s for highs, lows in the upper teens to mid-20s. So anyone who's thinking winter is over, it is not, and you're going to feel it this weekend. And then by the Super Bowl Sunday, while everyone's getting ready to watch the big game, pretty much tranquil weather conditions. Again, there could be a few snow showers here and there. Temperatures again ranging from the upper 20s to mid 30s. And of course, similar weather conditions for Monday with chilly weather conditions and another clipper moving through. No major storms, no crazy weather in terms of winter storms or heavy snowfall, but we certainly transition from a brief preview of spring to a snapback to reality for the winter. One thing I just want to point out, the weather pattern is changing once again. And notice our polar vortex is dropping south again. Heights are building around Greenland again, and we're starting to see an upper level low retrograde back towards the Aleutian Islands, and we're starting to see a nice ridge develop over the west. So the weather pattern is shifting back towards a rather stormier, potentially colder, well, let me just say colder for sure, potentially stormier weather pattern moving forward by the time around, let's say, about February 10th or so. So that is the forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook, a Storm Surge LLC group. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.